In this video, you're going to learn how to use the average function in Excel to calculate the average of values found in more than one cell. And if you'd like to grab a copy of the spreadsheet I use in this video, just click on the link in the description below. So over here in Excel, and what I've got is a sales report here, where I've got the names of some salespeople in column A, and then I've got their sales numbers for January, February, and March in columns B, C, and D. And what we're going to do is work out the average sales numbers for each month, and then we'll also work out the average sales numbers for each salesperson. And then down in the bottom corner in cell E13, we'll work out an average of all of the numbers. So the first thing we'll do is just take a look at how the average function works and how you can get it started. So if I click into cell B13, where I'm going to do the average for January, there's a couple of different ways you can start it off. First of all, you can go up to the auto sum button up here in the ribbon, click on the down arrow and then click on average. And when you do that, Excel will start off the function, and it will also have a guess as to which cells you want to average. So you can see there that it's guessed that we want to do cells B2 to B12, which is a good guess because that's what we want. And if that's correct, you can actually just press enter and that's done for you. Okay, so I'm just going to delete that. So that was one way to do it. Another way to do it is to type in equals average and open the brackets. And by typing that into the cell, you can see that that started off the average function for us. I'm just going to escape out of there. And the other way to do it is you just click on the cell. So we can click on that cell again, B13, and then you can click into the formula bar up the top here. And then you can type equals average and open the brackets in here. Okay, and you can see once again that started off the average function for us. All right, so I'll just escape out of there, come back down to the cell, and I'll type it into the cell again, which is the way I normally do it. And you can see that Excel is just asking us for the numbers that we want to average. So you can hard code some numbers in there, so you can just actually type numbers in there and then put a comma between each number. Or a better way of doing it is to actually have the numbers in the cells like we've got here, and you reference the cells. Okay, so you saw how it worked before when we chose average from the drop-down menu and Excel guessed the cells. Well, we can do the same thing just by dragging the mouse over those cells with the left click button held down, like I've just done there. Okay, so if we do that and then we just close the brackets and press enter, that's given us the average of all of those numbers for January. If I just delete that, and I'll just set up the function again. Another way of doing it is that we can reference each of the cells individually and just put a comma between them. So if I click on cell B2 and then comma, and then B3 and then comma, and I continue that all the way down. Okay, so you can see what we've done there. I'll just close that off. That will also give us the average of all of the numbers in those cells. So let me just delete that again. And I'll start it off again, and I'll just show you that just because there's numbers in all of those cells, it doesn't mean we have to reference them all. For example, if you just wanted an average of the top 4 cells there, you just drag the mouse over those ones and close it off. And that will give you the average of just those numbers up there. And if I just delete that, you could do the same thing like this. And that's the same result. So you can see we've just referenced those 4 cells and put commas in there. And I'll just show you that it doesn't have to be cells that are next to each other either. So for example, we could drag the mouse over these two, comma, click on that one, comma, drag the mouse over there, comma, click on that one. And you can see that you can really get any combination of cells that you like, and then press enter. And that gives us the average of those cells that we've put inside of the brackets there. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a few different ways of starting off the function and also just how flexible it can be. So if I just delete that, and this time we'll do it for real. Like that. So we're back to getting the average of all of January's numbers. Okay, so now I'll show you a couple of ways that you can easily copy this function into other cells to save you a bit of time. And the first way is you just left click on that little square at the bottom of the cell there, which is called the fill handle. So I'll just left click my mouse over that and you can see it changes to a little cross. So I've hit the left mouse button, I'm holding it down. If I drag it across and then let go of the mouse button, that's now put an average function into that cell and it's averaging the numbers for February. Okay, so that's one way to easily copy your average function over. Another way is just Control C to copy. Click on the cell or cells where you want it to go, and then Control V to paste. And now we've got the average function there, averaging the numbers for March. Okay, so that's a couple of ways you can quickly copy your average functions. Okay, so that's how you can average some numbers that are in columns. You can also do the same thing for rows. So let's start off an average function here in cell E2. And we'll just use the mouse to reference our cells like that. So we've just got all 3 cells there for John Smith for January, February, and March. Close it off. Okay, so the average for John Smith over those couple of months there is 51,000. And to copy that down, we can use the fill handle like we did before. And you can see that's averaging David Brent's sales numbers there. Or we can Control C, highlight the cells where we want to paste it, and Control V. And now we've got the function all the way down there. So Anthony Griffith has been done with that last one there. And then to finish off, we'll just do an average of all of the sales numbers. So we'll just type in equals average and open the brackets again down in this bottom corner. And this time we'll left click and drag the mouse over the whole lot and close it off. And that's now the average of all of the sales numbers from all of the salespeople for all 3 months. Okay, so that's how you can use the average function in Excel.